Okay, this question is interesting because it's both an instruction, it teaches you something as well as asks you for something. So if we read the question, it says period denoted by t, time, right, is the amount of time in seconds it takes a signal to complete a cycle. Frequency denoted by f of a signal is the number of periods in a second. As such, one is the inverse of the other, i.e. f equals 1 over t. So let's take a look at what a period is. I draw this. And la-ti-da. Let's say this is my signal. Okay. So the time that this thing takes to get back to here is 600 milliseconds. (600 ms in microseconds). Okay, so the first question is actually a lot easier than I misinterpreted it as. But let's take a look at it this way. Okay. It takes this many seconds, or this much time, to return back to the beginning. So this whole thing here, this amount of time, is our period. 1 divided by this tells me how many frequency shifts, right? Like how many of these I get per second, right? So how many times I've seen that full cycle in a second. So, or yeah, in whatever unit, I suppose, right? In this case, it's ms. So part 1 is actually insanely easy. It's express 600 ms in microseconds. Okay, so 1 ms is 10 to the 3 microseconds. So I have 600 ms equals 600 times 10 to the 3 microseconds. It's literally all there is to it. So, okay. I mean, it's literally just change your base unit, and that's it. Express the corresponding frequency in kilohertz. Okay, so 1 over 600 times 10 to the minus 3 in hertz, right? Because f is 1 over t, so 1 over t gives me f. So this is part 1, this is part 2. Okay, let's see, am I in camera? Nicely in the camera, kind of nicely in the camera. Okay, so then f equals 1 over 6 times 10 to the 2 times 10 to the minus 3. 6 times 10 to the 1. Right? Okay, but I need to express this in kilohertz. So 10 to the 3 hertz is a kilohertz, so 6 times 10 to the minus 2 kilohertz is I have 60. So I'm not doing 10 to the minus 3, I'm doing 10 to the minus 2. Okay, so I think that's the gist of that one. I mean, it's not much to it, right? So I mean, I guess I should go back to question 1 and say, additionally, this is 6 times 10 to the 2 times 10 to the 3. Depends on how you wanted to write this, microseconds, right? So 6 times 10 to the 5 microseconds. So yeah, that's all there is to question 7. And I will see you in the next video.